WWE's creative head, Triple H, has made a lot of waves ever since he started the Paul Levesque era. Notably, while the company is promoting many new things under his command, it isn't leaving behind its old prestige. This was evident in the WWE experience in Saudi Arabia, which was a treat for the fans of The Undertaker. Triple H recently shared a reel on Instagram wherein he could be seen enjoying an experience of an Undertaker-themed center. The structure completely captured the aura of the Phenom with its lighting, sound effects, and the display of vital memorabilia. It's nearly impossible to replicate the aura of an Undertaker, but the hashtag WWE experience in Riyadh did just that. The game also noted that fans could listen to the actual voice of The Undertaker in the building. The video clip also captured one of the dead man's most iconic lines, "Who calls upon me," in the background when the video begins. The Undertaker last made a game-changing appearance at WrestleMania XL and neutralized the final boss, Dwayne Johnson. Interestingly, while the Phenom helped crown one champion, he has now demanded the crowning of more new champions. The Undertaker asked Triple H to build a new champion. Just a few weeks after the biggest ever WrestleMania, The Undertaker addressed Triple H on his 6 Feet Under podcast. He praised how the women's division is thriving under the game. However, he also pleaded for more champions in the division. The women's division is really getting good. You got Jade, you got Rhea, you got Charlotte, you've got Bayley, you've got Naomi. It's deep. The division is deep. I would like to see a women's Intercontinental Champion, and possibly, because there's 2 brands, a women's U.S. Champion. I don't think you need more than that. You don't need a TV champion. The era ushered in by Triple H has brought several new changes in how the creative team handles its operations. It would be interesting to see if the King of Kings manages to do something that has never been done before in the WWE. Title: Triple H's Revelation, the Undeniable Aura of The Undertaker. In the dimly lit backstage corridors of the wrestling arena, Triple H stood, his gaze fixed on the floor as if searching for something. His mind was a whirlwind of thoughts, emotions, and questions. He had just come face to face with The Undertaker, the legendary phenom of the wrestling world, and something profound had happened, something he couldn't quite explain. As he paced back and forth, trying to make sense of the encounter, he couldn't shake the feeling of being in the presence of something greater than himself. It wasn't just The Undertaker's imposing stature or his long list of accolades that left Triple H in awe, it was something deeper, something intangible, his aura. Triple H had been in the wrestling business for decades, facing some of the toughest opponents in the ring, but none had ever affected him quite like The Undertaker. It was as if the very air around him vibrated with power, commanding respect and fear in equal measure. Sinking into a nearby chair, Triple H closed his eyes, allowing the memories of their encounter to wash over him. He could still feel the chill that had run down his spine when The Undertaker had locked eyes with him, a silent challenge passing between them. It was a moment frozen in time, etched into his memory forever. But it wasn't just fear that The Undertaker evoked in Triple H, it was something deeper, something primal. It was a feeling of reverence, of being in the presence of a force of nature beyond his comprehension. And for the first time in his career, Triple H found himself questioning everything he thought he knew about wrestling. Rising from his chair, Triple H knew that he had to make a statement, not just for himself, but for everyone who had ever stepped foot inside the squared circle. He needed to capture the essence of The Undertaker's aura and convey it to the world in a way that only he could. With a newfound determination, Triple H made his way to the locker room, his mind buzzing with ideas. He knew that this wasn't just another match, it was a chance to pay homage to a legend, to honor everything that The Undertaker stood for. Hours later, as the crowd roared in anticipation, Triple H made his entrance, his demeanor solemn and focused. Gone was the bravado and swagger of his previous matches, and its place was a quiet confidence, a respect for the task at hand. As the bell rang, Triple H and his opponent locked eyes, but there was something different this time. There was a fire burning within Triple H, a fire fueled by the memory of The Undertaker's aura. With each move, each strike, he channeled that energy, letting it guide him towards victory. And when the final bell tolled, it was clear to everyone in attendance that they had witnessed something special. They had witnessed Triple H's homage to The Undertaker, his tribute to the undeniable aura that had captivated him like nothing else before. In the days that followed, Triple H's statement reverberated throughout the wrestling world, sparking conversations and debates about the true essence of the sport. Some dismissed it as theatrics, a mere show of respect from one wrestler to another. But for those who had felt The Undertaker's aura firsthand, it was something more. It was a testament to the power of belief, of passion, and of the unbreakable bond between competitors. As Triple H reflected on the events of that fateful night, he knew that he would never forget the feeling of standing in The Undertaker's presence. It was a reminder that in the world of professional wrestling, anything was possible, as long as you believed in the magic that lay within. And for Triple H, that was all the motivation he needed to continue chasing greatness, one match at a time.